Good.
It says Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 1.
Close out with that.
For great are the judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, and the prisoners of darkness and fetters with the bonds of a long night, laid there exiled from the eternal providence. For a while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions.
It's trouble with strange apparition. That's a scary thing. Go on, brother. That's a scary thing, apparitions. See ghosts. Don't you know when they were shooting the movie Exorcist, they started jacking up the characters, the people that was playing the movie, Linda Blair, they started jacking everybody up, man. That's why they were so-called had priests to bless the setting, to bless the screen. Poltergeist, when they shot the movie Poltergeist, people started dropping dead after that movie. I'm showing you, man, this thing is very serious, man. Go ahead.
For neither might the corner that held them kept them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them.
Right, and imagine waters falling down. But you know what, let's say everything just gets dark right now. People, darkness is scary, man.
Hey,
and here it is.
That's a lot. Darkness is a natural fear. Two of the things, baby, you don't have to teach us a lot. That's two of the things that babies are naturally afraid of when you're born is darkness and fear of falling.
Yeah, you gotta look at baby spirits too, man. That's why sometimes when somebody's carrying your baby, and your baby starts screaming, you gotta watch that. That person might be a demon, man.
Yeah.
These babies, know, man. They speak Hebrew. Mama, Dada, Gaga. They're fresh from the spirit world. You see sometimes babies staring at walls. They're staring at something that ain't dead. Dogs too.
Yeah, my son used to do
Dogs
that
be staring
all
at
the time.
out of nowhere. They're like, yo, what's wrong with you? Might be a fucking demonic spirit, man.
My son, I remember my son was like a baby. I'll be in the room with him, and like he'll just start laughing, like looking up and just start laughing.
Yeah, because he probably sees an angel.
Yeah.
Hey, angel, good angel. You know what I'm saying?
Verse 4 says, neither might the corner that held them kept them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances.
The heavy countenances, man. You see, you got people now that do that. They'll go into a building with a Baphomet, face mat. What?
Just the lights.
Yeah, look at it.
Yeah.
Hey, you go to somebody's house. All of a sudden you see a Baphomet, the demonic statue. People get scared of that shit. Oh shit! You know what I'm saying? And then it says the water. So like a thick darkness, and you start hearing water like a Niagara Falls. Imagine it pure dark, and you start hearing like a Niagara Falls, but you can't see nothing though. The Bible speaks about that the darkness that covered Egypt, the thick darkness, that it grasps you. It's gonna get so dark here that you actually gonna feel the darkness wrap around you. And even if you got your cell phone in your eye, you're not gonna be able to see your cell phone.
Imagine, cell phone's gonna be shut off.
Even if you have your cell phone on the power, you still ain't gonna be seeing your cell phone in front of your eyes. That's how dark it's gonna be. The thick darkness that you can feel, and that's when the Lord's gonna open up the apparitions, that dimension.
Sad countenances.
And you're gonna hear crazy. Imagine that shit's so dark you can't see. You can't see nothing. Go ahead.
It says no power of the fire might give them light.
My fire. You could try to light up. Imagine. Oh, they show you that pitch black.
Oh yeah.
And pitch black, try to light up the fire and it went off. You're gonna try. Imagine it's so dark. You try to light something away. I got lighter in my hand. You try to light up. It still doesn't light up. You still can't see it. People want to fuck with the Lord.
And this happened in Egypt. This is what this account was talking about of Egypt.
And
the Lord said He's gonna bring all the plagues of Egypt, plus more plagues.
Halloween trick or treat. That's coming here.
It says no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night.
Look at that darkness that you couldn't even see. The heavens, everything's completely dark. It's like ancient Egypt when that darkness came about, that firstborn death, the sons of anarchy.
Who came when this happened? That was Yahweh Shai.
Yup, that was Yahweh Shai that visited. Death. They called Yahweh Shai the destroyer. Now the Silver Surfer was sent by Galactus, his name was what? The Destroyer. They get that from the scriptures, man. Go ahead.
Scriptures called him the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. Verse 6. Only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. For being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not.
Look at that. So you're gonna have demons manifest themselves physically. Then you're gonna have demons fucking with people's minds. Those are demons, man. When you got people like Kurt Cobain, he put a 12-gauge shotgun in his mouth and blew his brains away. You ask a lot of people that, why you killed yourself? Why you try to kill yourself? There was spirits talking to me. These 2/3 of our people that you don't want the protection and the shield of the Lord. That's fine. You're just gonna be out there. Demons gonna be fucking with people. People gonna be losing their goddamn mind.
They're gonna see chariots, which is gonna be scary.
They're gonna be and a lot of Americans are very highly medicated. This is the most highly medicated nation. So when people don't take their diabetes and their drugs, they're gonna completely fucking lose it. They can't smoke their cigarette, they're gonna completely lose it, man. You're gonna see how real these demons are around here. You're gonna see how much the majority of our people, how demonic they really are. They're gonna show their true colors. They're gonna show their true colors, man. Go ahead.
I'll say this right quick, because the scripture says the people gonna be terrified by seeing a fire unfolding in itself. Okay, brothers mentioned like in the heavens, the chariots, okay, at night they look like a pillar of fire, bright lights in the heavens. Okay, just like when we left out of Egypt, there was a cloud by day, a chariot, so-called UFO, and a pillar of fire, okay, a wheel of fire at night. But there's gonna be a point where, imagine if it's nothing but pitch darkness, you can't see the heavens, you can't see nothing in front of you, and then out of nowhere, a bunch of fireballs just start picking up in front of themselves. You got people that got that mentality of some place down underground that you burn forever and ever. You got people thinking that they in hell, really. You know, they're gonna be walking around and they just gonna see fire just out of nowhere, whoosh. You know, no one even started, they're just going boom. And they might see like little demon creatures with horns and shit. Those are apparition spirits.
While hearing that water in the background,
Yeah.
that heavy water.
Why you think one of the deepest comic books, like Darkness, at Jackie Estacado? Jackie Estacado actually had powers. Remember that? Which he had control over those. He was sitting on the throne and he had a whole bunch of demons around him. And his demons, when them demons jumped on you, they totally just ripped you apart. Those demons were ruthless, but he had power. He always sat on the throne, but he was in darkness.
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers too.
That movie.
Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers. You're gonna have shit like that going on, bro. And I want to know people then. I wonder they're gonna say then that God don't exist. When things like that start happening to our people, gargoyles start coming to life. These statues, these all this shit satanic. They're gonna start putting the spirits into these gargoyles to come to life and start raining down on people, start killing them. I want to know then if God, people they're gonna be screaming God and Jesus Christ then, right?
And that's not even his name.
And that's not even his name.
As for the illusions of art magic, they were put down.
The illusions of art magic. But these devils, they're doing their witchcraft. All this is illusion anyway. The TV screen, the television, the system. This whole shit's a lot like the Matrix, man. All right, and these devils deal with that art magic. That Halloween, that's art magic, man. Go ahead.
And their vaunting and wisdom was reproved with disgrace. For they that promised to drive away the terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at.
Ah, what's the funniest fucking show? Scare Tactics.
Yeah.
People you start busting out laughing, right? Guess what? The Most High want to see people do that. He like was that one that faggot that saw that little rat? It was a faggot in Scare Tactics. He went in, he was working in the lab, he did a prank on him. And they had a little monster, like a little rat, he was walking around. He was he started running. Yo, that shit is funny as hell. That shit got like 20 million views. Then there's another one, but the Most High wants to laugh though. The scripture say in Proverbs 122, I will laugh at their calamity. Since they laughed at me, Def Comedy Jam. The Lord want to laugh. The people that come against this word, He wants to hear them laugh. He wants to laugh. He's gonna be he's gonna be hitting them. Look at him. So the same way you walk the scare tag, the Lord want to laugh.
Verse 9. For though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that pass by and hissings of serpents,
of
they
snakes,
died for fear.
dropping dead of fear. Like that movie, like in the show Scare Tactics, when there was a scene, they was in a trailer and a Bigfoot came.
Which Yahweh Shai said that they should their heart shall fail them for fear.
Their heart shall fail for fear. You're gonna have Bigfoot come out, Sasquatch come out, Leviathan, which you're having that now. They caught the Chupacabra in Texas. They're saying there's the Bigfoots in Seattle. You got a lot of them coyotes now coming to the urban areas. A lot of those animals in the woods are coming up into the urban areas.
Yeah, the school, forget what school it was. A deer walked into the school. Right into the middle of the, right in the middle of the school, right in the hallway.
You're gonna have deers with the horns. They're gonna come in. They're gonna just start attacking people. They're gonna be what the fuck? It's gonna be the spirit of Satan on them.
Elks. The ones with the horns, elks.
Elks. I'm sorry, Salakia. Elks. They're gonna be elks. They're gonna come in. They're gonna start They're like, what the fuck is going on? He's gonna throw the body, he's gonna go after another one.
Busting one swipe.
Yeah.
Easy.
Don't let him kick you.
And it be a couple of 100 pounds. Easy, no problem.
And the Lord gonna put the spirit on them. He gonna put the spirit into them animals, man, to do his work. Because the deceiver tells you in Joel, the deceiver are his. So Jason, Freddy Krueger, they're doing the will of the Lord. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, what's that other one? The cut off the vaginas? Jack the Ripper. That was the Lord's willing. Dylan. Freddy Krueger, the spirit of vengeance. And when they was doing their work, the Lord was laughing. Yahweh Shai, when they was doing their work, brutally killing people, the Lord was laughing. This is the power that we're dealing with. Michael Myers.
Say this
All
right
these
quick.
serial killers that the Lord raises up, Jeffrey Dahmer and all that, the Lord was laughing.
The Iceman.
The Iceman from Jersey City,
man,
the
Iceman
mafia
got
hitman,
busy.
when he was doing this thing, the Lord was laughing because it says in 1 Samuel 2 and 6, the Lord killeth maketh alive. That's the way of the Lord. Like, you want to talk about sick humor? He has a sick humor.
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler. Even we're going to be like, when he starts jacking these people up, even we're going to be like, damn, Lord. Oh, man.
We'll still be in
Genghis
prayer.
Khan used to boil his enemies. Throw them in a big pot of boiling water.
So check this out. Here, this is giving an example of what happened in Egypt, like the brothers brought out. Okay, during that plague of darkness, it was the Egyptians that got hit. Our people didn't get hit, so we was literally, our forefathers in Gershom was watching all the Egyptians go through that darkness and bug the fuck out. Our people was laughing at them because we didn't get hit with that darkness. But Lord willing, we up the elect, brothers will have the eyes to see it, see that light, what's actually going on. Like brother brought out Pitch Black, okay? Pitch Black, dude that played that, he was able to see in the dark. Van Diesel.
That's going to be us. And he was killing the monsters too.
Yeah.
He was fucking the monsters. And that dog that was in the pit, them crazy dogs, he had subjection. They were subject unto him. That's them demons. The little demonic dogs everybody was scared of. He looked dead into their eyes and shit. And they were subject unto him.
Verse 10. They died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided. For wickedness, condemned by her own witness, is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience, always forecasteth grievous things. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reasons offers.
Succors means assistance in time of distress. Go ahead.
Oh, can I say one thing on that? So it says, for fear is nothing else but the betraying of the succors, which reasons offer, and that's what we're going to have. We're going to have the reason of understanding what's happening right now. So that's why, Lord willing, we'll be a part of elect. We're not going to be scared, because people are literally going to be losing their minds. That's what's going to make them scared. Because what's the famous saying? People are afraid of what they can't understand. But we're going to understand these things so that we're going to be aided with our reason, which is what? The wisdom, knowledge, and understanding should be the stability of our times. These people are not going to be stable, so therefore they're going to be afraid. They're going to be afraid of what's happening.
Like World War Z.
Exactly. Verse 13.
We're going to laugh too. That's why the Lord's preparing us. That's why we're catching this out. He's getting ready for the comedy show. Lord, when we part of the elect, he's going to give us a show too. But it's going to be horrible, man. It's going to be to the point where even we're going to be like, damn, Lord. We're going to be like, we're going to be scared. We're going to fear too, man. But at the same time, you're going to put the spirit on us, we're going to laugh too. When the scriptures say the Lord's going to laugh, it ain't talking about he's going to open up the heavens and everybody going to see him laugh. Ha, ha, ha. No. He's going to put the spirit on us and we're going to laugh. He's going to put the spirit on us to laugh at the people, man. And say, look, you see, we told you. We told you, look at you now. And then the guillotine going to chop their head off. Boom. You see, we told you, and you're going to be dying of starvation. You see, we told you, and then a mob of zombies going to come and eat you. That's the sick humor of the Lord. This is the power that we're worshiping. This is the power that we're dealing with, man. Any people out here want to play games?
Verse 13. And the expectation from within being less counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
See, just to speak on that right quick, like brothers have brought out, people fear what they don't understand, they fear what they don't know. So in that time when our hell breaks loose, Lord willing, we up the elect, we're gonna already know what's going on, so ain't gonna be nothing to fear. We're gonna fear the Lord while everyone else gonna be fearing shit that ain't even there. And shit that the Lord puts in there as far as these apparitions, demons, spirits to fuck with them. They're gonna be fearing those things, but we're gonna be fearing the one that created all that. Even when it comes time, let's say, Lord willing, if we gotta be martyrs, get your head chopped off, get tortured, like in the book of Maccabees, okay, with the family that went through that trial and tribulation. Us, we already know what's spoken of in the scriptures, but the people in the world, they're gonna be like, I don't know what's gonna be like, get my head chopped off. It's one quick swing. Or they get tortured, kill this body, but you can't kill it again and again and again, it's only one time. But these people, they're gonna be losing their mind because they expect it to be a whole lot worse than what it actually is.
And it's gonna be funny. And we don't give a fuck, yo. We're to the point where we understand why the hell we catch, we bitch and moan, but afterwards it just makes it hardcore. Like soldiers, like Navy SEAL training Army Rangers, they go, you go through hell, but afterwards you stone cold. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Lord's making us stone cold, man. So we're to the point right now. I just saw somebody get in an accident the other day. I didn't feel nothing. Before I was in the troop, I would have thought, oh man, what happened? Hey, that's the judgment of the Lord. Somebody's head gets exploded, that's the judgment of the Lord. You get killed, that's the judgment of the Lord. You got brothers back here that have seen war. You got brothers that's been in the military that actually seen bodies and all that. So brothers are ready. The Lord in the spirit is preparing ourselves to see these things. Because we're living in horrific times, man. A time like never before. A time of Jacob's trouble. Daniel's 12. It's gonna get sick out here, brother. That's why the scriptures say fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fearing the Lord. We fear these things, man. Right?
Verse 14. But they were sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottom of the inevitable hell, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions, and partly fainted, their heart failing them for a sudden fear, and not looked for came upon them.
I'm thinking about Spawn, Hell Spawn. He came from hell, you know. So that Ghost Rider 2, they came from hell. You know, made a deal. So that's what's gonna happen, man. Most High gonna release some serious hell in America, man. And people are gonna be dropping dead of fear. People are gonna be fucking terrified, man.
It says monstrous apparitions.
Monstrous apparitions, man. Monsters, actually hooligans, goblins are gonna start appearing. Demons. Wait, there's something might, the Spirit of the Lord willing has us teaching this time, but something might happen on Halloween. The Lord might say that, he might get the shit popped in that day. All lights out, no more fucking partying. Now the Lord wants to party. The Lord parties in darkness, man.
Because that word hell in the Hebrew is sha'awal. It means the grave, death. So it's not talking about some place on the ground where the ground is going to, crack open and then these demons going to fly up and try to fight with the angels in the sky. Nah, it's talking about these demonic looking like spirits, okay? There's going to be some apparitions as far as some spirit that's going to be thrown back in the bodies, like when Yahushua gave up the spirit and the graves actually opened up, but it's not talking about some place with, everlasting fire that people's just going to come out and just start fucking with people. It's talking about the grave, meaning the death.
But it's gonna seem like that though to people.
That's what's,
to the 2/3, you're gonna see motherfuckers come out the graves coming to kill you.
Yeah.
People gonna be dropping dead of fear.
They're gonna think it's actually like, oh shit, Satan, Lucifer.
Satan, yeah.
They're gonna think they in hell, because like I said, it's gonna be pitch dark. When people think about hell now, they think about darkness and you're falling forever and you're just burning up. But this is going to be hell. The Lord's going to turn this place into what they think what hell it really is. And then he's going to put the hell in the lake of fire by the nuclear missiles.
Like the night of the
He's going to give you hell.
Like the night of the living zombies. I want brains. You're going to have motherfuckers come out the graves like, I want brains. And they start biting people's brains.
Yep.
That's going to say, oh shit, oh shit.
Hey, when they think about hell, they think they got little imps down there torturing you. He's going to bring all that right here to you. And you reading it already happening. You already read it already happened before.
I'll say this right quick because if you look on YouTube, there's this phenomenon where basically people talking about they died and they saw hell, or they was unconscious on a surgical table and they saw this place of fire and people screaming. The thing that they don't understand is they saw those plagues that the Lord was going to bring upon this place. And as far as the fire and people burning, that was a premonition of basically what was going to take place when the missiles hit.
What happened in X-Men Apocalypse when she said, I saw, what was it, Jean? She was like, she had a dream and she saw the nuclear missiles places that so much death. So much in a vision, everything was on fire. Then she saw what the vision that was going to come.
Hell is on earth. Hell is like the Maldives song.
Verse 16. So then whosoever there fell down was straitly kept, shut up in a prison without iron bars. For whether he were a husbandman or a shepherd or a laborer in the field, he was overtaken and endured that necessity which could not be avoided. For they were all bound with one chain of darkness. Whether
I want to say this, as far as husbandmen and all these different type of occupations, whether you were a farmer, whether you're a merchant man, whether you're a salesman, businessman, okay, someone that works inside of an office or someone that's out there in the field, mechanic, whatever, if the Lord ain't with you in that time, that prison that's gonna hold them without bars is gonna be what's going on in their mind.
It says cannot be avoided.
Can't be avoided because all these plagues is coming. The Lord is gonna bring them.
Spirits
Okay.
jumping on your mind to talk,
Yeah.
say things to your mind,
Like shit.
kill yourself.
Kill your family.
Those
Yeah.
are demons. And demons that jump on you, kill yourself. Just end your life. Those are demons, man.
Vampire in Brooklyn.
Vampire in
I don't
Brooklyn.
know if you remember when he was the Italian dude, and it was the white bitch came in wilding and shit, and then when he got away by putting some shit in her mind and try to kill a cop and shit. That's the shit that's gonna be happening.
It may very well be something during so-called Halloween where people going around in actual costumes and you're gonna have actual spirits. Could be. I'm not saying that it will happen. If it don't happen, don't quote me. But I'm just saying there's a possibility where people gonna look and they're gonna think it's that's just one of those creepy clowns. And the clown gonna look at him and just take his head off and just roll that shit at him and just start chasing him. And
So
shit,
who's
you
to
know?
say those clowns are people? Who's to say those clowns? Who's to say those clowns are people?
Hey,
They could be just be spirits manifesting themselves and then disappearing. That could anything's possible with the Lord.
Because none of them got caught.
None of them got caught either. How the fuck they didn't get caught? Coming in the cities and the hoods.
Nobody went to jail.
Nobody went to jail.
And
Nobody
you know,
got caught.
You know the Lord put the spirit on them because it's not just happening in one particular place. It's happening all over the world. So that's actually the Lord putting spirits on people to do that.
Yeah. It could be people, or it could actually be spirits manifesting themselves and just disappearing. Because them motherfuckers don't get caught. Yeah. I'm not saying it's definitely happening, but it's just a spirit. Who knows? Maybe that's the spirit of the Lord that's a sign. Because killer clowns and skulls, hey, even the Hurricane Matthew, when they looked from the satellite, the picture, it looked like a clown.
In the skull.
So that's the spirit that's on the earth right now. Terror, clowns, skulls.
Verse 18. Whether it was a whistling wind or a metallic noise of birds among the spreading branches,
That's scary, man.
or a pleasing fall of water running violently, or a terrible sound of stone cast down, or a running that could not be seen of skipping beast, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beast, or a rebounding echo from the hollowed mountains, these things made them to swoon for fear.
Can I say one thing real quick? That the stones, like a building coming down. Imagine thick darkness, you can't see nothing, but you hear like a building right next to you going down. That's horrifying.
Are you
skipping beasts? A beast running right next to you.
You hear birds whistling.
You hear birds whistling.
Like you think
snakes,
about
serpents.
those movies, like you being like in the woods, you just hear like owls or you hear that.
Yeah.
That's what happened, yo. Like that's what happened to them.
Yeah. You over here in the darkness. Yo, it's gonna be shit like that, bro.
You just feel like this, feel this. You feel something touching you.
He said a rushing wind, like if it was what was that, like a tempest, a hurricane.
Yeah.
Okay, all that type of stuff happened, you know.
You know, like they always do that in the movies.
Yeah,
bro.
but-
In the back, they'll have like the head come out.
Yeah. People just lose their mind.
And then the Lord gonna laugh at that.
Yeah,
The Lord,
for
the
real.
angels, Lord willing, we're gonna laugh at that shit.
But see, and the thing is, bitches love scary movies. They about to realize they're gonna be in a scary movie. They always want to go to a scary movie, and they always want to take a man to go with them.
That's funny. I just went last night. I've been there the whole time. I don't know why the fuck I came with you.
Hey, but that proves that women will respect men with power because they fear you, they respect you. You know what I'm saying? Because women they need that. They need to fear you because back in the ancient world, we had power over our women, like we said earlier. That's that fear, like, yo, if I cheat on this nigga, I'm gonna die. That keeps them in line. So they want that fear. It's like discipline. Like children, like my nephews, when I discipline them, they love that. But if I ignore them, they want to be disciplined. Like they'll call my mother up or my grandmother up and say, is Raymond coming? Is he coming? Is he coming? They'll tell Raymond's coming and he like, you know, because in their spirit, they want to be disciplined. It shows that you love them. You know?
Verse 20. For the whole world shined with clear light, and none were hindered in their labor. Over them only was spread an heavy night, an image of that darkness which should afterwards receive them. But yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness. So right there it says that how the brother mentioned earlier that the Israelites, they were good at that day. When that was happening, when they was in Gershom, they were good. Like none of this was happening to them. It said, yeah, read it again. So over them only was spread in heavy night, and an image of that darkness which should afterwards receive them. But yet they were unto themselves more grievous than the darkness.
Can I say something too? Remember when Moses thing was he went to talk to the Most High at Mount Sinai. They said it was the thick darkness. It was a cloud of thickness, and he went into the smoke.
Yeah.
Talk about that, like that movie, The Mist. The God of the Israelites. When she said that, she said the God of the Israelites is angry, and he's coming to avenge his people. And it was a mist. And I forgot in the movie at the end. Then somebody walked through at the end.
Yeah, there was demons in there.
There was demons in there. They walked
killing
in.
them.
They was killing them, but then at the end, somebody walked in. They didn't touch him. And in the movie, it told you the God of the Israelites, of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. He's angry. He's upset, and they saw the thick darkness. And when they came through that cloud, you get into that cloud, you got put to death. Yeah, monsters came out that shit. That's gonna happen, man. That's gonna supernatural, super things. Cause this is the last kingdom. So Yahweh Yahushua, he's gonna go all out.
Grand finale.
This is the grand finale, so he's gonna show off. You know? That proves that the Most High is a black man. He's gonna pop off. And his son, he's gonna show his supernatural powers that the whole earth is gonna be like, you know what? Fuck this. There's a supernatural power doing this right now.
They gonna have no choice.
Fuck
but
the
to
white man,
understand
fuck his science, fuck all this bullshit. There's a supernatural power doing this right now. This is the hand of God.
Hey, and when we read back, it says that the illusion of magic that were put down and their vaunting wisdom that was reproved with disgrace, these scientists aren't going to be able to explain what's happening. You know, scientists always try to use scientifical reasoning, explanation of why everything is happening.
What does science mean?
Knowledge, and they're not going to be able to explain what's going on. They're not going to be able to explain, have no clue what's going on. And they're going to be put to disgrace. Because only the men of the Lord are going to be knowing what's going on. That's why they're going to come and try to look for us in that time. They're going to try to search for us in that time, but we're not going to be there.
Hey, what does it say in Isaiah 47? Called now the astrologers, the stargazers, the multi-procrastinators, calling all your witches and warlocks and your sorcerers.
Yep.
Just
wise
like
men and Tina.
wise men and team. That's why Moses and Aaron, they went against the Egyptian sorcerers and the Magi's. The same thing now. We're like little Moses. We're Moses Juniors, Lord willing. And we're going against these Magi's and sorcerers.
Nebuchadnezzar put Daniel over all the other wizards because he was basically higher than them. Why is it in them?
The spirit had it to where the Lord plagued Nebuchadnezzar's mind to make him think he was a bird. You know, so if the Lord wants to, he can bug anybody the fuck out. That's why it's important for us to stay fighting in his faith.
But he also made him great too.
Yeah.
He made Nebuchadnezzar great, then he bugged him out.
He could turn you into a damn
Esau.
He could turn you into a reptile, man. Have reptile teeth with a big tail in the back, straight up bugging you out. Turn you hairy like a monkey. Turn you into a monkey and shit, like real crazy shit. Hairy like a werewolf and shit. That's what the whole underworld shit's about. The Lycans and shit. The Lycans, the wolves, and the vampires. That's real, man. That's why the movies, if you notice, people are attracted to those supernatural movies. They make the best
Blockbusters.
Best blockbusters. It's spiritual, man. But people are into that supernatural thing. That's it, right? Reading that last one? That's it. Last scripture.
Job chapter 5, verse 22. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Hey, that's self-explanatory, man. At destruction and famine we shall laugh. And that's a precept to Proverbs 122. I shall laugh when your calamity comes, because when I had my hand stretched forth, you didn't listen. See, the Lord got us, through the spirit of us, we have our hands out, and they're like, F you guys. Not F us, F him. There's gonna be payback for that. There's gonna be answers for that, you know? But yeah, man, we at the end of this thing. The Lord is about to show his wonders and his miracles, his supernatural powers. The scriptures say, I will give you fame and not to put to shame. To kill to back up these NATO troops, to back them up with that standard, that spiritual power, and to also heal the sick, resurrect the dead, you know, feed the multitude when he had 12 baskets of food left over, you know, with the bread and the fish. That's the times we're living in too. Because the 1/3, when the famine comes, you got to feed them, right? Doesn't it say in Isaiah 65? Doesn't it say in Isaiah 65, they shall hunger, but my servants shall drink? They shall thirst, but my servants shall drink. We shall eat, they shall thirst, they shall hunger, they shall that's where the famine's gonna come in. That's where that fame's gonna come in too, man. Ain't all about killing people. The 1/3 of our people gotta be healed, man. They're sick, man.
Hey, because we're eating right now, and our people don't want to eat. This word,
yeah.
Scripture says this is the bread of life. We're trying to eat right now so that when that time comes, we can actually have that physical food. Our people are starving on these streets, you know, spiritually, so the Lord gonna manifest that to the physical and have them starve.
And we're gonna bless the food, the Yahushua. It's gonna be real dramatic, bro. It's gonna be on television. It's gonna be, the multitude's gonna see it too. It's gonna, because the Most High works with theatrics, okay? You're gonna be, you pray to the Lord, Yahushua, and then the food's just gonna manifest right there.
Man from heaven.
People
Also,
gonna see it.
I was talking to my mom today. She was watching the show, and this dude said he had because he said they got people build these deep underground bunkers. And the dude said he has 10 years worth of food stored up. So when the missile drop, he's going to be good for 10 years. And that places like that is going to be saved for the elect. We're going to be the ones, Lord, we those men finding those spots out. Because Esau ain't going to be able to be staying down there. We're going to dig their ass out of there.
Yeah. So the Lord's going to feed us, man. When he gives us the spiritual power, like the brother said, to ransack these devils and take their food, or he's going to give us the supernatural power to actually feed the elect, man. That's gonna be hungry in those days, and that's where that fame is gonna come in. That's where that popularity is gonna come in, man. The fame that the Lord had, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna grow. This thing is the thing to be in, man. We're almost out of this thing. All hell's about to break loose. I think 2 weeks from now, Halloween is coming.
3 weeks.
3 weeks. Next week.
Oh yeah, next week.
Next Monday.
And 3 weeks is
we gotta send
election.
them prayers up, man. We're battling with spiritual demon Satan. Ephesians 6, darkness in high places. We're actually battling spiritual demon Satan and his minions, man. Which 2/3 of our people, they're possessed by those demons. So we're constantly battling, man. You know, but through the Spirit of the Lord, we put this armor, which is this truth, this armor, the shield, the sword, which is the truth, and we battle those demons with the lightsaber. Obi-Wan, Kenobi. It's Obi-Wan's means soul knowledge, and Kenobi means to know. To know wisdom of knowledge and good and evil. Now we're in evil. In the kingdom, we're gonna know good and evil. That's wisdom and knowledge and understanding. That's 360 degrees, man. But we almost out of this, bitch. All praises to Yahweh. Double honor to the men that gave their life for this truth. Double honor to the elders, the great most one that taught us this truth. To the house of David, the 144,000, the elect, the church of the saints, that are men, women, and children that consist of the elect, man. We almost home. The supernatural power is coming. Shalom.
Shalom.